Another game, another fourth quarter lead, and another loss for the New York Giants. But it doesn't just stop there. Malik Nabers, the injured star wide receiver for the New York Giants, goes to Twitter to call out the team, call out the coach, and saying the New York Giants or the NFL wants the Giants to lose. You're watching Giants Now by Chat Sports. I am your host, Marshall Green. Before we dive into that, I want to say thank you to every single person that has subscribed to this channel. We crossed over 98,000 subscribers today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 100K. Here we come. All right, so Malik Nabers tweeted this out and then deleted it moments after following the Giants' loss, saying, "Sometimes I think they be making us lose on purpose. Because it's no way, bro. You throw the ball instead of running it to make them burn 2 timeouts. Then you don't kick the field goal. Then they have to go down and score. Football common sense. Am I missing something?" Clearly, Malik Nabers is upset, just like you and I. We all want this team to win. They all put us through the ringer. They give you hope. They build you up with hope. And they stomp on your throat and rip your heart out and invent ways to lose football games. Sometimes I think they be making us lose on purpose. I don't know if that's a shot at the coaches, a shot at the NFL, but it's pretty clear he was not happy with the way that the Giants ran their offense, the plays they called, and especially kicking the field goal from the 4-yard line to extend the lead. A field goal would have made it a 6-point lead. A touchdown would have made it a 2-score ball game. So, one, I don't love that Malik Nabers did this. Look, Malik Nabers is one of the most talented players in the NFL. He's one of the best players in the NFL. It's time to grow up. It's time to mature. And it's time to realize that your actions have repercussions. And you can't just go rage tweeting on Twitter like I do after the games. You're in the NFL. You're on the team. You just can't do that. It's already bad enough the New York Giants have blown 5 double-digit leads or whatever it is this year. But when your star wide receiver is calling out the coaching and saying the NFL is rigged on Twitter, it just cannot happen. So, yeah. But like that's what happens when you had Brian Dable allow Malik Nabers to do whatever he wanted, whenever he wanted. There have been multiple players who have said privately to beat reporters that they just can't let this guy do whatever he wants. And that's kind of the atmosphere and the place the New York Giants have created. I'll say this. I have no problem with the New York Giants going forward on 4th and goal from the 3 or 4 yard line to extend the lead to a touchdown plus with under, 2.5, 3 minutes at that point. The New York Giants played to win the game. Isn't that what everybody complained about when Brian Dable kicked the field goal against the Bears just 2 weeks ago, where he went up by 10 with under 4 minutes to go and they lost and people complained? And today, Mike Kafka did the opposite of what Brian Dable did. He didn't get it, unfortunately, and the Giants lost. So if your problem is that the New York Giants are losing games, hey, sign me up. I'm mad as hell too. But you can't be on both sides of the fence saying, oh, Dable should have went for it, and then Kafka shouldn't have went for this one. You are 2-9 entering this game. Why are you trying to back into a win? Go out and claim victory. You had a chance to win the game from 4 yards away. Every single Giant fan would have signed up for that before that game in Detroit got kicked off. You're 2-9. Your defense sucks. Play to win the game. He did that. And you know what? It didn't work out. Maybe if you didn't lose 3 yards on 3rd and goal from the 1 yard line, you would have had a better chance. But you didn't. Am I upset they didn't get it? Yeah. Am I mad they didn't score on that? Yeah. Am I mad with the process? No. Process over results. Process over results. I tell myself that every day in life, in sports, in relationships. Process over result. And the process was going to try to win the game when you were 3 or 4 yards away from doing so. It makes the most sense. Because if you would have kick the field goal, right? And let's say you made the field goal. Also, there's no guarantee you make the field goal. You're the New York Giants, baby. But let's say you do make that field goal and you go up by 6 with over 2.5 minutes left. Do you really think that Shane Bowen was going to stop the Detroit Lions from scoring? You would have kicked the ball off, likely into the end zone, and they would have had the ball at the 35-yard line. And they would have had to go on 65 yards to score, like they did in overtime on the very first play of the game. I have no confidence in the New York Giants to get that stop. I have confidence in the offense to win the game. They didn't win the game. If you would have gone for it and you didn't get it like you did, they still would have had to drive 65-plus yards to tie the game. But also, how about the Giants just get a stop? How about the 5th highest paid defense in the National Football League stands tall one time with the game on the line and gets a stop? How about Shane Bowen draws up some plays to have his team in a spot to be successful? So you don't get a stop in the 4th quarter to win the game. And then you go to overtime and you start the game with Dexter Lawrence from the side. Where Mike Kafka said Dexter Lawrence was nicked up, but not nicked up enough to not play at all. Just not nicked up enough to where he can only play on 3rd down and not 1st and 2nd down. Where Dexter Lawrence told the media, it is true, he is nicked up, but it's nothing serious. This team does it over and over and over again. They create new ways to win games. Like, there was no reason for Mike Kafka to trust the defense to get a stop. There is no reason for Mike Kafka to trust Shane Bowen to get a stop. He tried to end the game with the more, I can't believe I'm saying that, with no Nabers, no Scatterboot, no Dart. He tried to end the game and win the game with the unit he believes gave him the most chance to do so. You're telling me as a football team, you want to teach your team when you're 3 yards away from winning the game, you should kick the field goal to still give the other team a chance to win the game? What type of message are you trying to send? I'll tell you what it is, a losing message. And the Giants, they have enough losers in that locker room. I applaud Mike Kafka for going for that. Do I love the play call? Do I love the result? That is a different conversation. Overall, I thought Mike Kafka called a pretty damn good game. And like for Malik Nabers, I'll say this. What do you think Malik Nabers is saying when he's on the field and it's 4th and goal from the 3-yard line? Throw me the ball, coach. I'm going to win the game. That's what he would have said. And rightfully so, he should say that because he's that damn good of a football player. Unfortunately, the cookie didn't crumble your way. And unfortunately, the cookie hasn't crumbled your way all season long. But I applaud Mike Kafka for trying to go and win that game. What's the worst that can happen? You lose and you're 2-10? Damn. I do know this. The Giants would have a lot more wins if Shane Bowen was not their defensive coordinator. And I don't make these shirts lightly for you guys to buy, on which you can get our brand new shirts, Fire Shane Bowen shirts at chatsports.com/firebowen, chatsports.com/firebowen. I say this because I care about the Giants, and I care about winning, and I care about trying to start and spread a message. The Giants must fire Shane Bowen. If the Giants do not fire Shane Bowen, they remain committed to losing, because all that Shane Bowen does as a defensive coordinator is lose games. So if you want the Giants to turn it around, get your shirt today, chatsports.com/firebowen. In the post-game show, I didn't get to be positive. And I don't really like being positive after losses. But I'm so damn proud of this offense today, man. And I know it means nothing. And I sound like a dope loser baby up here. I am proud of the way that Jameis Winston played football today. The trick plays, the moving the chains. What about the 3rd and 17 on the drive to push the ball to that 4th and goal situation where he is getting smoked by a Detroit Lion and he throws it downfield up for grabs for Isaiah Hodgins? Jameis Winston is everything that you can ask for in a backup quarterback. I'm happy to say he is a New York Giant. Thank you for making today's game interesting due to your play and not your theatrics. You played like a damn good quarterback today. And I appreciate that. And I wish the defense would have got a stop for you, Jameis Winston. You deserve that. I'm happy that you're going to be our backup quarterback next year. Wan'Dale Robinson, hell of a game. His best as a pro. I have been very vocal about how I don't think the New York Giants should pay Wan'Dale Robinson a lot of money in free agency. And while I still do stand on those steps, he earned some money today, whether that is going to be for the Giants, whether that is going to be for somewhere else. Wan'Dale Robinson put on display today that he is a legit NFL wide receiver. Do I worry about his limitations? Do I worry about his slot-only role? Do I worry about his catch radius? Yes. But overall, he was an awesome football player today, making tough catch after tough catch after tough catch, and he got up time and time again. I'm proud of the way Wan'Dale Robinson played football today. I'm not ready to take back my take that I wouldn't pay him big money, but if he keeps playing like that, I wish he does, and I hope he continues to make me look like an idiot. Theo Johnson. Man, when this guy catches the football, he's a damn good player. He is hard to bring down. How about him climbing the ladder multiple times to get to the top shelf and bring it in? Theo, this has kind of been a tale of two seasons for him. The first 6-7 pause games of the season, he could not catch a football. These last 3-4 games, he has been awesome. He's caught everything his way. He's been a big target over the middle of the field. He's been a demon with the ball in his hands, hard to bring down, running through arm tackles. This is the type of player that we all thought Theo Johnson could be. Also, hats off to Tyrone Tracy today. Not a lot of room for him to run, but he stuck his nose in the dirt, and he got as many tough yards as he could, and he was a playmaker in the receiving game today. 68 more yards through the air, 62 on the ground. I was proud of the way he ran, and every time I watched Devin Singletary play football, I get it. 14 carries for 47 yards. That's not going to blow anybody away, but he gets tough yardage, man. He finds the hidden yardage. He has great contact balance. His agility is awesome. His feet are good. I like having Devin Singletary on my football team. Not sure I want him as my RB3 next year for $5 million, but I have been happy with the way he's played this year. And if it wasn't for the fumbles last year, he would have been really good last year as well. You lost this game because of your defense. Again, you lost this game because of your defense. Again, I think I saw a stat. The Giants are 2-6 this year when they have 10-point leads. On one foot, it's awesome that they could build 10-point leads. On another, it makes me want to yank my widow's peak out that they can't win when they have 10-point leads. 237 yards on the ground. I'll end it with this. Two of the bigger problems with the Giants when Joe Schoen took over was the offensive line and the ability to stop the run. Giants were a joke run defense-wise when he took over. They are worse now 4 years after Joe Schoen has been here, and he has spent major resources on the defensive line. $150 million in a second-round pick to Brian Burns, the number 5 overall pick on Kayvon Thibodeau, the number 3 overall pick on Abdul Carter, and he gave Bobby Okereke a bag. The run defense is worse than it has ever been. Number 2 on your job as a general manager, number 3. Number 1 was to get a quarterback. Number 2 was to fix the O-line. Number 3 was to stop the run, and you haven't done that. I just don't know how anyone that's employed by this team keeps their job outside of Carmen Brasillo. I do not know. Make sure you are following me on social media. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram @MarshallGreen_.